If Donald Trump wins, our constitutional republic is over. So let me take a minute to explain something to some of you who just don't seem to get it. Because I'm seeing some articles now with a concern over Joe Biden's age and his performance in the debate. I'm hearing some high-ranking Democrats are kind of resigning themselves to a second Trump term, and that they're making preparations to, pick up the pieces in 2028 and looking for a Democrat win after Trump serves another term. These people just don't fucking get it. There will be no election in 2028 if Donald Trump wins a second term. The constitutional republic that has existed for these 220 some odd years will be effectively over. There still will be a country called the United States of America, but it won't be the same country, and it won't have an operative constitution. And I know some people think that this is, I'm exaggerating. This is just, I'm being hyperbolic. Donald Trump already served a term and the country wasn't completely destroyed, so why do you think it's going to be any different? Listen, people, wake the fuck up. Here's what will happen if Donald Trump wins a second term. Almost immediately, and I promise you this will start happening even before he takes office in January of 2025. God forbid that actually happens. What will happen almost immediately upon his election is there will be calls on the right to change the Constitution to allow Donald Trump to serve yet another term after the expiration of a second term. There won't be enough popular support in the country for that. You need either a convention of states to approve that, or you need 2/3 of Congress, both houses, to approve that. And then in either one of those situations, it would have to be approved by 3/4 of the states. That's not going to happen. So that will quickly die out. And what will take its place will be other kind of talk to simply ignore the Constitution to allow Donald Trump to remain in office after 2028. Things will be said like, oh, well, he was robbed of his reelection in 2020, and therefore he's now entitled to serve for life, or whatever. And they will game the system. They will put in place laws. They will install justices on the Supreme Court who will approve those unconstitutional laws to allow Donald Trump to remain in power indefinitely. They will come up with potentially emergency circumstances that will, empower Donald Trump. So they say, not legally empower him, but he will take steps to cancel the 2028 presidential election. There's any number of things. Just let your imagination run wild. See, that's a problem in the era of Trump, is that people suffer from a lack of imagination. Okay? There is nothing you should put past Donald Trump and his MAGA cult. Nothing. There are things we can't even think of right now that they will come up with in order to keep his criminal orange ass in power for the rest of his life. I can't think of all those possible things right now, but I assure you they are thinking about them, and they will think about them, and they will come up with any number of things, and there is nothing that they won't do. If you don't understand that by now, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, wake the fuck up out of your coma, okay? We are not in normal times anymore, and I promise you, what I'm saying here will happen. If Donald Trump is reelected, he will never leave office until he dies. That's it. He will serve for life, and he will absolutely destroy what is ever left of the Constitution in order to make sure that happens. And at that point, our constitutional republic will be over. So do whatever it takes to make sure that Donald Trump does not win this election. That's it. Later.